And it is the first time Australia's played a test match.
Hi everyone, it's Norman Kochnick here for the fourth test between India and Australia. Obviously, India in front 2-1 in the series. India need to win those last match though to qualify for the World Test Championship. As I regain my composure here. Yeah, the fact is, oops. There we are. So effectively, we have liftoff here. We have the fourth test about to start. We have, of course, we have some Brad Hadman and I'll do that. And just got to embrace the So the toss looks like it'll be there. Hello, everyone. So it is good morning, or it's good morning in your part of the world, good afternoon here. So India have to win this, or at least draw this match to make it to the World Test Championship, which is the interesting factor here. Yes, that's the fact of it. India need to win this match, and Ahmedabad, in this great venue, hold 133,000 people. 133,000 people. It's quite amazing. We can have such a stadium, such a huge amount of people. Well, we're not sure how many are here. The two prime ministers are here. We have a situation where in Australia really are in the box there. They can afford to lose this match. Well, they're going to want to, of course. So, Ahmedabad, of course, this venue is. We're just waiting on the toss. It looks like the toss has been somewhat delayed. Guessing because of the very fact that we've got the two prime ministers here, Harshad Bogle's talking there for India cricket with a new blazer. He's got the toss is about to occur. The coin is in the hands of Rohit Sharma, and he's flicked it. And Australia look like they've won the toss again, and they're going to have a bat. So there we have it. Australia won the toss and are batting. And it's not necessarily a foregone conclusion to be a good thing. So Australia have won the toss and will bat. Listen.
Well, it's a long time. We'll wait and see. Go well, Steve. Thank you. Cheers. Right, Rohit Sharma alongside you. You might have batted first, Super Q. Yeah, we would have. I guess we know what we're doing now. We're going to come out and do it.
This is going to come out and now we're going to come out and win most, isn't it? Very motivated, all the Indian side be. India will be very motivated. Indeed.
Yeah, no, I think it's always nice to have some time off, understand what we did right, what we did wrong, just to regroup.
People making comments already.
Always nice to have that time off. You can reflect on so many things as well. But yeah, we prepared really well for this one. Hopefully, we can get what we want here. And your take on the surface you're playing on? Yeah, I mean, not the surface. What we saw in the first three test matches, it looks like a very good pitch. I don't know when it's going to start turning, but
he doesn't know when it's going to start. Won the toss and will bat.
Like that,
okay.
Because you're going to bat second, of course. Well done, Rohit. Take care. Thank you very much. Right, there you are then. The Australian captain Steve Smith has won the toss on this momentous occasion. Australia will bat first.
So there we have it. Australia are unchanged in the.
Yes, Australia's unchanged. I kind of expected with Head, Kawaja, Labuschagne, Smith, Hangscombe, Green, Carey, Stark, Lyon, Todd Murphy, and Kuderman. The same 11.
The one problem we've had is knocking over the tail, and that's what his specialty has been able to knock over the tail. Murphy, he continues to stay in the team. He's getting the big wickets. Virat Kohli. So I'm not surprised the Aussies went in unchanged.
Travis said, and Usman Khawaja will be up in the batting for Australia. As I said, they've won the toss. They've elected to bat first. India, Mark Waugh, have made just the one change, which you expect Shami to come back in.
Yeah, look, I think Shami and Yadav are going to be a dangerous opening combination.
So India have got the same team. They've got Shami in as opposed to Siraj. So Yadav keeps his position. So Gill, Sharma, Pujara, Kohli, Iyer, Jadeja, Kiva Bharat, Ashwin Patel, Yadav, and Shami. Shami in place of Siraj. There we have it.
We've seen him take on David Warner in the test before he came home. He went after him with a few short balls. He bowls aggressive. He gets a lot out of the wicket. So he's going to be hard work in this first session.
All right, we've got to go to break on the other side. We'll come back and have a look at the key matchups. We are off and running in the 4th Test match day 1. The 2 Prime Ministers are there watching it. And Steve Smith, who's done the right thing, he's won the toss. He's elected to bat first. And Australia are unchanged. India one change. Shami back in. Not too far away from live play.
Shami being back is quite a selection actually.
You think you're too good for this team? Hot shot.
There we have it. Australian side unchanged. India only changing the one change, which is Shami in place of Siraj. So Yadav keeps his place. He bowled particularly won the previous test match, so understandably so. I'm just getting those posted, those. I don't know if you get those up. Airdrop. There we go. Okay, can do that. Another one is share and airdrop. There we are. So they're both up and running now. So Sky was in there, Shaka Khan, Kuldeep Yadav, Rahul, Ahmed Siraj, and Jaydev Unadkat. Were the players that were in the squad, of course. An interesting match, there's no doubt about that. India have to win. Manu Scott Smith should have chosen to bowl first. I kind of agree. So one change, Shami for Siraj. There we have it. All right. India have to win this match or at least draw. That's a bit of pressure on Australia, on India, on Australia, which is, I suppose I should put that up there. The Australia A team playing against New Zealand have shown that they're going to let Peter Hanscom play. A few little bits and pieces there. We'll see how Travis Head goes. Tom, you have to think that he's pressure's off him. Pressure's off the entire Australian side because they made the World Test Championship. They can play more freely, perhaps, but I think that'll actually be detrimental towards the Australian batsmen. They'll be a bit too lackadaisical. India will have an edge. haven't got much time for Mark Wall's views, but I have a Brennan. Do you think that the match will be till day 4? Yes. I actually think this top. Those teams will bat a bit better. And that'll be noted in the scores and the length of time they play. So I think they will bat longer. So looking to square up a series. And
I'll show you.
I actually think India have got more to gain here. So let's go through the side, shall we? One more time. Obviously, Australia have got Quadrant Head with Labuschagne, Smith, Hanscom, Green, Carey, and then Stark. Obviously, and the bowlers of the line, Murphy and Koeman. So, a lot less centuries this time around in this series they're showing than 23. Only 1 century in the whole series. The previous series is 9, 4, 7, 6. This one, 1. Unless 50 is only 7, which just is indicative of the bowling having more of a command over the match. So I think this one will be a better batting effort. For sure. You'll see a better batting effort in this game from Australia, or from both sides. And India will show a certain amount of importance to their batting as well, you would think. Harrison Stars for Australia after puzzling first test start. Well, there was nothing puzzling about him not being selected in the first test because he clearly was not in the form that he should have been. We got good morning, Carl 18. It's morning your time is in Australia. It's 2:45 in India or in Australia. So it's what 10 9:45. No, that was 9:15 in the morning. Yeah. 9:15 in the morning, isn't it? Correct? But it's actually 2:46 here in the morning. In the afternoon. Australia's top order. 1 of 6 this series. Warner 3 matches, 26 runs. Quadrant 5 for 153. Labuschagne 6 for 178. Smith 5 for 97. Head 4 for 113. Hanscom 5 for 128. So Warner batting average of 8. Quadrant 25. Labuschagne 35. Smith 24. Head 37. Hanscom 32. Not anything to get too excited about. Smith, Quadrant, Warner been disappointing. Labuschagne's been okay. Head's done okay, but yeah. He was not out in the last innings, so that bumps up his average. In India's case, Sharma 5 innings, 207, 41, very good. Rahul 3, 38, 12 innings drop. Gill 26, 13, he's still there. Jar 5, 98, 24, all that one good innings. Kohli 511, 22, average. Yellow only played the one with 8. I 1, 4 with 19, and Jadeja 26. So it's okay. Sharma certainly showed his wares in this whole thing. So Australia won the toss and elected to bat, which is identical to the last game with Steve Smith. India seemed to be quite jovial. Sri Lanka have to beat New Zealand twice. Well, they're doing pretty well at the moment. They're playing very well against New Zealand. So they're in a really good chance of winning those tests. You never know. It could be Australia versus Sri Lanka if India lose this match. Although deservedly it should be India. For sure. So, some 12 minutes to go, Australia batting first. India need to bowl better than they did in the first test. Hang on. So India batted first in the first test. Yeah. So it is a different situation, in my apologies. But, so if they can get it out cheaply early on, then India in the ascendancy straight away. I want to see India win, to be honest. That's my thoughts. So they've kept the identical team. Obviously, Warner's not there and Cummins is not there. Smith is captain, Stark is still in, and Head is opening with the three spinners and Murphy, Kuhneman, and Lyon. Lyon doing very well in the previous test match. And of course, India have changed their bowling. Siraj out Shami in. Yadav has been kept because of his commendable performance, I think, in the last match that he just had, which is pretty fair. What do you think? I have to say, though, up front that India have to win this match, or at least draw, which a draw won't happen, it has to be a win. India batting seconds can take this energy early, we're getting early wickets. I'm just going to see how Head and the like go with a little bit less pressure off them. Very early days in this test. Will it go 4 days? Will it go 5 days? I hope it does. We'll make it for a more interesting test indeed. We've got a substantial amount of evidence to say that India, I like Shami, I like Yadav. They both bowl well. Siraj bowled also. Very good bowling, I think. And they've got very good bowlers. Today's Ashwin, obviously brilliant. Last episode, better except well. And I still think that India on paper were a better team throughout the series, hence they're winning 2-1. Don't forget, India have retained the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So Modi and Albanese meeting all the players. They're at Ahmedabad at Modi Stadium. Great thing to watch the players meeting the management and the prime ministers meeting the players. It's great. Shrepson's there, Lance Thomas, Morris is there, Renshaw's there. There's a few, all the players are in the team there. Albanese singing the national anthem. You'd hope the Prime Minister would know the national anthem, wouldn't you? Which seems to. Oh, no, the sniffle. So Albanese, Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, Labor politician. "35 years of joint relations between Australia and India, which is great. On top of that, a lot of good economic and political clout going into this. As well, Dravid. You can see from behind, there's a great photo. Robert Sharma right next to Morty. Coley next to him as well. Coley's vice captain, actually. I think that's what role he has got. Great sight. Stadium is not quite totally full, but very close to it. A figure of 133,000 attendees is possible in this match. Whether they'll actually get that is another thing. Modi is very happy. Kawaj is there with his pads on. There's Labuschagne, Todd Murphy, Steve Smith, Koeman. The Prime Minister having a bit of a chat, waving to the crowd. Obviously, a slight delay, you would imagine. Well, it may well be a slight delay. The umpires are out in the middle. Security around the Indian and Australian Prime Ministers, as you would expect. Fourth test, day one. Shami has been recalled. He was in the team in the first two tests, which will say one. Yadav's been kept. Siraj has been given an opportunity to rest, I guess. And he bowled well too, so can't knock him. World record test match crowd expected. World record test match crowd expected. Even if it's not fully full, it'll go over 110, you would think. So the world record test match crowd is expected. Very significant match. Sharma's there. Ashwin, Coley. India leads the Border Gavaskar series 2-1. We can't lose the series. So again, Head, Khawaja, Labuschagne, Smith, Hanscom, Green, Carey, Stark, Lyon, Murphy, Koeman. So they've got a bit of a tail there. Really, Stark's not great for Lyon, Murphy, Koeman don't offer much resistance. And the Australian batting lineup will need to be good up front because they're not going to have a lot that will follow. And India will be ready to bounce back, I can assure you. Steve Smith is batting at 4 as captain. Cummins out the last match and this match because of his mother's palliative care. He needs to be there in attendance for her, unfortunately, perhaps her impending passing. And it's great of him to do that, but I think that may be an opportunity for Smith. Smith has won the last test match and he's won this test match. Well, he may well win this test match, and that would mean that you'd have a good argument there for him to be kept on the side. Shubman Gill and Robert Sharma will open with Maybat, Pujara, Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Jadeja, Bharat, the keeper, has been very good. Ashwin, Patel, great spin bowlers. Yadav and Shami both commendable on their playing efforts. Siraj, the unlucky one to miss out there. obviously KL Rahul was dropped after the first 2 tests. Shubman Gill's in for his second test this series, and he batted reasonably well last match, but not outstandingly well. Just wait to see how he goes. Showing replays of Shami, how he took early wickets against Warner. Well, Warner's not going to be there. Shami's bit of a linchpin of this. He bowled very well. He passed very well indeed. Can India play good cricket and beat Australia here? They certainly can. Certainly can. Hello, Norman. How are you? I'm very good. Suman Aswashi. How are you? Pratik Anand as well. Thanks for your comment. India certainly will. I think they're up for this. And the Prime Minister's there, 133,000 crowd. Every reason why India will do well and do very well. They're bowling first. India leads the Water series 2-1. They're in the ascendancy, even though they lost the last match. Nothing wrong with interesting to see how Travis Head goes this match with, he had an easy position. He's played 36 matches for 2,239, batting average of 44.78, 500s, 12 50s, highest score on 25. Was played 60 tests. 4,315 runs, and I think average of 44. Sorry, guys, I'm not well. Patrick, if India lose this test, will India qualify for the World Test Championship final? If they lose this test, they're open to losing their position in the World Test Championship final if Sri Lanka beat New Zealand 2-0. And Sri Lanka started well the first test there. So it is possible Sri Lanka could well win their 2 test matches and outdo India. Let's hope not. With the first ball, Shami. Oh my God, that was as wide as. In fact, it was Virat Kohli at second slip who was the wicketkeeper there. Massive wide. Would have played Kuldeep in this match, yeah. I think he deserves to go. That is the widest first delivery I've seen. It's been like a Harmison first delivery. Well, actually, I agree that Kuldeep needed a go. Travis Head's first ball was an absolute wide. Three slips and a kind of a gully. Ball didn't even get to the keeper on the full there. Shami's the one to take the wickets, so he certainly is the person who can take wickets, for sure. And of course, Siraj took wickets too, and Yadav. Was it off the bat, off the pad? Head. He's looking this time up. It was off the pad, it was going Alex side. Australia on 2 with a leg by and a wide. And now Collage is facing his first delivery, being the third ball of the innings. It was equally as wide, and the keeper had no chance. And it's gone for 4 byes. So Sunderers seem to be the winning out at the moment. 1 for 6 with 4 byes, a wide, and a leg bye. Ball did seam, and really Tribal kept going away. And, oh my God. Very messy. Not a ball that was easy to stop, but keeping was a little bit sluggish. After the first ball, you should have been aware of that. Well, it should have been across there, I think. Ronald Sharma's got a lot on his mind at the moment. 1 for 6. Head and Collage both haven't opened their accounts yet, despite 6 runs being on the board, due to a combination of leg byes, wides, and byes. Mitch, which has gone through the slip cordon again for another 4 inches to come off the bat. To show he's been all over the place, but has obtained the edge this time. And it's well ahead of the Australia side there. It's on 3rd or 4th slip. It's expensive first over, 10 off the over so far. Nothing, well, there was the Collage of 4 just then. Here it is, the first over 9 for 10 off a rather sloppy effort, you'd have to say. Yeah, 4 there from Chauhan Schmidt, you're right. But it was an edge rather than a good shot. Umesh Yadav comes on the ball. He's also in good form. Indian bowlers, the pace bowlers, with Siraj, Shami, Yadav, there's quite a bit of ability there, I must say. All proven bowlers, all done very well. Narendra Modi Stadium. Smith 200 is coming soon, you reckon? Okay. Hello, Norman. How are you? Good morning. Hello, Vishal Gonka. And Priyanshu. Smith scores 200. That'll be a big deal if he does. Umashad has played 56 matches for India, having taken 168 wickets, average 29.8, which is commendable. Very experienced. Head looks typically shaky. I hope so. And their supporters there, all dressed in their red, like turbans, headpieces. Has yet to get off the mark. He's faced an over of the balls. Collage has faced 4 for 4. Scored 9 for 10 into the second over. Yardov is worthy of his place in the side, so was Shami. Unfortunately for Siraj, he had to be taken, well, maybe it was a rotation basis, we don't know. Gavaskar, Hayden, and Borgley are commentating at the moment. Stead's not exactly middling the ball at the moment. He let the ball go, but the ball's at the bat. It's just not good enough. Well, the ball's keeping rather low. The ball's not carrying through the keeper at all. Keeping very low. Bouncing, second bounce to the keeper. Is the keeper too far back? That's the question. So far, balls have gone in front of them in the slips almost every ball. And again, the ball second bounce to the keeper. The keeper should be after 2 overs of this. He should be revising his position after that. We've got Scott Bowl on the walkie-talkie there. I'm sure he's talking to the coach. Norman munching on cup noodles. Exactly, I am. Also, Aussies have to put a 350. Well, they won't get that many. Smith should have been bowling. I kind of agree. He won the last test doing that. No. Oh my god, first ball was a wire as hell. Chubby's been all over the place actually. Similar rather than length, but direction line has been terrible. Modi next to Albanese. Great to see their privacy together. Wonderful. Albanese is a South supporter, rugby league terms. I'm sure Modi is a massive cricket fan, being Narendra Modi Stadium. "75 years of friendship. That's great." Narendra Modi having a bit of a chat there with Albanese. I'd love to hear what they're saying. Clark just okay, but Head has faced 6 deliveries without scoring a run at this point. Not that he's in any hurry. There's more footage of Albanese following Modi around, and there was one of our Barry O'Farrell was there, a one state premier. He must have some ambassador role in India. years of friendship through cricket. Very good. I like it. Like it a lot. Players just play that beautifully down to the fine leg. Shami hasn't been quite himself today so far. Both men have got grey hair. I guess that's indicative of their positions. I don't know. Oh, awful shot from Head. I don't think he got into the edge. But Barrett's missed another one. That's just not good keeping. I think he's too deep. And he's had enough overs now to work that out. And he should be standing a lot closer. That's my opinion. It's another ball that's gone short of him. In fact, it's almost all of the 3 overs. The ball has not reached the keeper on the full. Another 4 runs, and it's another ball that's gone through for byes. Okay, it did swing a bit, but that's just poor keeping. He should be able to stop that at this level. Barrett's let quite a few byes through so far. I think 8 of the 15 runs. With a wide and also a couple of leg byes. And only the 1/4 at bat, which came off Kawaja through slips. On that, Kawaja is also a single. So, yeah, 10 of the 15 runs has come off sundries. Okay, it did swing back in, but his gloves were just not there. Very ordinary keeping. That ball barely reaches the batsman. First session is going to be slow for Australia. Yeah, Australia's going to be heading worth to take it dead slow. I don't think so. He's supposed to be there to have a good go, but so far he's faced 9 balls and not scoring a run. Michelle's bowled 1.1 overs without conceding a run. Quads is amazing, but he deserves his place in the Australian side. Ahmedabad, day 1. Looks quite a good wicket actually, not that heavily scuffed. Typically Indian wicket, but still looks in pretty good nick actually. I think it's going to hold a little bit longer than the last test. A lot more green around the crease. So Mato John reckons just keep surviving and the runs will flow. Yes. Really wish I was there actually for this, but I'm not. So I just handling things reasonably well. I'm just going to get my charger, guys. Just give me a sec. Might have charger. Back again, guys. Oops. Yes. All right, I'm back. I'll put this down a bit. There we are. The better people, we got them there. Didn't go a bit low, didn't I? There we are. That's much better. Magnificent, huge saving. Australia won the toss and elected to bat first. Some are saying that's not the right decision, but Australians typically win tosses and bat first. So Steve Smith is more out of that mode of captain. Okay. I'm going to make some comments too. Just keeps the line clear. Early. It's going to be a long first session. I think you're right. Very slow. Head, 9 deliveries for no runs. Oh, did he catch the... Again, Head's gone for it, but Head... Ten deliveries and no runs. How many people, are going to write Australia off here? Well, I think India will actually win this. I really do. That's my impressions. Charlie's just not got his accuracy here, unfortunately. He's got his first runs on the 11th ball. The kind of pitch is another. Well, it seems to be a lot greener, a lot better lasting, not as spin friendly. It'll spin later. Australia back for 5 sessions. Want to comment on that? Aussies will get 500 plus. Will need 500 plus. Well, yeah, they're not going to get that. Everybody thinks Australia's going to win. I'm not so convinced. Charlie hasn't bowled with the right line of length yet. Head hit a leg by 4. That's not. He didn't hit it. It came off his leg. The leg by. I want to run to his name. Nice T-shirt. Thank you. It's Sean Raj. You can buy that girl too. Shami's not quite got his line right. His length's been quite sound. So yeah, Shami has not bowled well until now. Yes, his line hasn't been right. He's been way too way to the leg side. Keeping's been atrocious. Barrett led through 8 buys that shouldn't have happened, and looks as though he's bowling no ball now. So he's bowled no ball wide, buys, leg wise. He's bowled almost a full game. I mean, that practically everything. Getting a fair bit of movement though. Maybe we should bring a spinner on. Well, I'm sure that won't be far off actually. I hope you've been liking the videos I've been uploading. I've been uploading some good ones about the training, some of the interviews. So, also, will this match go until our day 5? I think it will go close. Yes, I think it'll go at least 4, I reckon. So on Raj, I reckon it'll go at least 4. Seems to be more of a batting wicket, this one. I think 16 more subscribers to get to 38,300. Find me 16 subscribers, guys. None for 17 up to 5 overs. Head 1, Khawaja 5, and Musharraf 2 maidens so far. Coming on for his 3rd over. Well, let's see if he is. I'm assuming he will. Narendra Modi Stadium there in Ahmedabad. 4th test. India lead the series 2-1. Basically have retained the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2-1. Even though if they do lose this, they will still gain. Head has just smacked one, but he hasn't got a pass. A short cover. He can still take 2 though. Head goes for 3, scores none for 19. Is Pat Cummins available for the ODI series against India? Hello to Najibullah Afghan. He may well be, but I don't think he's going to come on. His mother's still getting close to death. He'll be there until that happens, and there'll be the obvious funerals and all those things. So he's unlikely to go to India at all, I would say. As per the pitch, seems like a draw and Aussies will win. Yeah, possibly. Heads on 3 from 14, Khawaja on 5 from 19. And Musharraf so far into his 3rd over, none for 2. He's bowled the most accurately. It's like Heads just clipped that through backward square leg for 4. Who was going to win this? Max OP. Well, it's too early to say. I still think India will. They've got too much. They need to win this match. They won't like to leave it in the hands of Sri Lanka beating New Zealand. So I think we'll wait and see, but India should still win. He's starting to flash away there. Modi and Albanese there. 75 years of friendship since 1948. Out. Oh, he's dropped it. I can't believe what I've just seen. Head has nicked it straight to the Barrett and he's dropped it. Barrett is having a shocker, having let 8 buys go through and now this relatively straightforward catch and he's smiling. He shouldn't be smiling, he should be upset with himself. That was a shocker. A straightforward edge, straightforward catch. Awful glove work, actually. Wasn't that high at all. Oh my God, it was for a keeper of that level, that's a shocking effort. Absolute shocker. What time is it in Australia right now? It is 3:27 p.m. was it, almost 10 a.m. in India. Barrett's smiling. He shouldn't be smiling. He should be upset with himself. He's having a shocker, actually. He's the 8 guys go through, and he's also a pretty notable catch. Head was on 7. Let's not forget that. Well, it was a good ball. Very disappointing, to be honest. Well, how did Barrett drop that? Very ordinary. Very embarrassing keeping effort, I must say. He should have been out. Straightforward catch behind. Awful effort. Wasn't watching the ball. Robert Sharma would not be happy with that. He's inside to be a keeper to catch the bloody ball. How did you hold? I didn't have lunch. I had a just a little pasta there. Got a lump rice in the fridge. So Marley John reckons he reckons that Kawaja go first. That's why I'm curious to know that is cricket the first priority sport in Australia, and how should I see at cricket? Well, it's a priority sport in summer. In winter, it's rugby league, rugby union, AFL. But cricket certainly is in summer. Will be the number one sport. Absolutely. In summer. Well, Barrows keeping. What do the channel gets joined? When you do the channel gets joined? Sharan, I had it. I'm fixing it up, but you're going to have it again very soon. Okay. When you join, you can join. So Sharan, Raj, I'll make sure that happens very soon, and you can look at that. Okay. And everybody else can do the same. When you join, we'll get some very good things happening. Especially now that I'm going to go to India. I was meant to go there now, but I haven't minutes. My other situation is still not sorted. It's quite frustrating. Almost finishing 7 overs here in Australia. Head 7, Kawaja 6, Sundries obviously 11. And a drop catch. Very unfortunate. So, as I said, won the toss. I went to the bat. We got Modi and Albanese walking around. Then with guns behind them. Albanese seems to be not staying there all day. Stayed only for the first half an hour or so of play. Well, the register slips. I want to have you visited Narendra Modi Stadium. No, I haven't yet, Saran Raj, and I intend to do it when I get my chance to go to India, which should have happened already. I should be there for the match. Unfortunately, my mother's situation is still lingering. I can't leave until it's finished. So I'm staying here until it's sorted. But the World Cup's still in September, October, and I'm going to be there for that. And obviously, Ahmedabad will be, Narendra Modi Stadium will be the centre of that final, and I'll be there for that. Well, keeping it Barrett as lead lot be desired at the moment, I'd be getting bloody punts back pretty quickly. I'm for 26 heads on 7, Kawaja on 8, 11 sundries, 8 of the buys, some no ball wide and 4 wides, I think. The weak buy, sorry. And 4 wides, I think. The weak buy, sorry. Yeah, waiting. Okay, so that's good. It's been there before, but I'll come back. Yes. My son's just giving me something. What have you got
Guess
here?
what it is?
What are they?
Guess what it is?
Banana?
Okay.
Oh, it's hot. What is it? Banana fritter.
Banana. Look at it again.
A banana fritter.
No,
There's an ant here.
Look at it again.
It's banana.
No, look at it. That's not banana.
Pineapple. Also, do we do commentary for Australia during matches in Australia? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm not exactly sure. Where do you get it from?
Fish and chip shop. Yeah, I don't know why they put cinnamon on it.
It's crazy.
Usually, I don't think it's not expecting it's cinnamon, but usually it's nice. It's pineapple with fried pineapple.
I'm eating a pineapple crusted something or other with cinnamon. Not much good. Charmy would be ruining his bike, so hey, he's not on target at all. wicket go. Had a life. I was 7. Bloody lucky. Had 7 collage at 8, run for 26 into the 9th over. Oh, Jesus. Right, barely held that again. How does it really taste? Yucky. But I'm sorry, it's not good keeping.
Go.
Head should have been out 7. Caught comprehensively behind. This is poor batting from no investment. The shot selection, hit and miss, it's awful. It's a one-day batsman at best. It's going to fall there, but it shouldn't be batting. It should be out. The one-day team will be there probably next week, I would say. If they're not there already. They're not there already. No, Trevor says not looking comfortable in this place. Agree. Been very lucky. It's an 11, but he's not. Well, opening quality, I'm sorry. Like none for 30 after 9 overs, they're bringing on spin 5. Ravi Ashwin coming on. This will be the test. Oops. Oh boy. Hold on a sec. Back in a sec. Chris, will you give me a glass of apple juice? Please?
The rest?
Apple juice. Happy Holi, everyone too. Belated as it is. I played a Holi game, yes. From the Indian community. Happy Holi. Yeah. World Cup. Kawaja had 11, none for 30 over after 10. Had 11, Kawaja 8, 10 overs, none for 30. Ashwin's first over maiden. Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Is it green too? Yeah, and yellow. Narendra Modi stated almost replaces Yadav at the Adani end. Obviously, Adani's got a major sponsorship going on here. Hair looks very bloody ordinary. Let's be honest. It doesn't seem to be there really. It's only been dropped by a keeper. Just had a fall. His batting has not been great. Heads on 15 scorer. I thought he looks like a ball that had done well, but I haven't. First, I did not play. Second, 12 and 43. Third, 9 and 40. 9 and 59. Second innings, not first innings. Notable. Was a pretty low score in the first match. Are you suffering from cold? Yes. Are you doing this live from your home, yes. Very full ball there from Yadav. It was Yadav, and it's gone for 4. He's very luckily got away with it, being not out extremely wide. And full. Very luckily got away with it, being not out. It annoys me because he doesn't deserve to be there, to be honest with you. Anyway. India would be ruining the drop catch now. Ruining it. Oops. Head was lucky. Collage was lucky. Will this duo make a 100-run partnership? I don't think so. We made 40 so far, with Head 19, Collage 10, 11 sundries. Oh, he would have been able to hit the stumps. If that flick back would have hit the stumps, he was out. His gill. Ashwin to Collage. Nothing much there for the spin at the moment. Oh. None for 40 after 12 overs. So 4. 3 point something for over there. Lance Morris must be feeling a little bit shattered. He's gone the whole series, both the Australian home series and the Indian series, and was sitting on the sidelines. Head, who's been very lucky, dropped by the keeper. A straightforward catch. Should not have been out. Should not have been not out. 3 balls on off stump have been the ones which have caused the problems. No, Matt Short will replace Warner. Matt Short will replace Warner? I think that's a no. Here's going to 23, Collage on 10, 1 for 44. We mustn't forget the head was out for 7. A bit too short. Just under an hour's play. Drinks break will be due in another 5 or 6 minutes. 5 minutes. India will win macro bells. I don't think you're wrong. I think that it'll depend how well India bat in their first innings, but long way to go. So they scratched their way on for 44. They should have lost a wicket by now. Head was out on 7. Caught with the eases of catches the keeper dropped. There's no proper fine leg there. Head's now on 27. Have been given a reprieve big time. He scored 3 runs when he shouldn't have on 48 in the 13th over. Not what they wanted. Michelle's gone back to traditional over the wicket, all around, and he's getting clipped down the leg side. Very unfortunate. Norman, so which season is in Australia currently? It is autumn. Autumn? March, April, May is autumn. June, July, August is winter. Is that clear, Sharan, Raj? It is now autumn. March, April, May. June, July, August is winter. And we go back in the spring in September, October, November. And then summer, December, January, February. Some big gaps down the leg side. They're just clipping away there. Another 4. The boundaries are very, very quick. Heads on 31 now and moving along, you would argue, much more nicely. And then here it is early summer. Okay. Travis Head is one of the best South Australians in the last 10 months. 12 months. Last 12 months, who cares? Which player is your favourite in Australia in the team? In the team, not Travis Head, I can assure you. I still think a lot of C. Smith, for sure. Like Nathan Lyon. Kawaja also. Kawaja, Smith, Lyon. Yes, Nalakshi.
Hi, Mr. Norman Consonant. How are you?
I'm very well, Nalakshi.
Okay.
What are you doing?
April 26 is starting our bilateral series against Bangladesh.
Bilateral series against Bangladesh? When?
Yeah.
When?
April 26.
April 26th.
Yeah. You wanna come?
Well, I'll be able to come after April 30th.
Huh?
I've got to work until April 30th here, then I can come. May 2nd I can come.
Second?
May 2nd of May I'll come.
Okay. May 2nd. Okay.
Give me the full itinerary, okay? Send me the itinerary.
Okay, sure.
All right?
Yeah, normally,
Yeah.
you help Sada come, that's good. She told me.
Who?
That's good. Sada.
Who?
Sada.
Sana Mali. Sana Mali,
Yeah,
yes.
she said to me, she
Yes.
said to me, that's good.
Yeah. She was a bowling, a coach for the Melbourne Cricket Club.
Yeah, I know that. That's good.
I think so. Yes, very good.
Yeah. No, she said you are the good person like that.
Well, I know.
I said yes.
You said
You know.
I'm always good.
She also tell to everyone, I think, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Relaxi, thank you. Send me the itinerary, okay?
Okay. You can come April, our
Okay. Okay. All right? Okay. All right, take care. I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right, Relaxi.
Okay.
Ciao. That was Relaxi Silva. It was like a middle order batter for the women's team. Sean Rush, that was Nalakshi De Silva. She bats for Sri Lanka. Just telling me that she's going to be playing against Bangladesh in a series in Sri Lanka on April 26th. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. Well, that's the drinks break. Australia are hanging in there. Well, more than hanging in there with head now looking good. We start well, but looking good now. Sri Lanka are 5 for 266. Ross Dickwell is on 5. Then Dhananjaya is on 18. Angeleth has got 47. Dinesh Chandramal got out for 39. There you go. So look here. Most runs in the match. So there we go. Angela Matthews has now scored exactly 7,000 test runs. And Chandramal scored 4,975. So he needs another 25 to get 5,000 to get on the quick info list. 5,000 and above. But Matthews is the third Sri Lankan batter to reach 7,000 test runs. Sangakkara got 12,400 and Jayawarden got 11,814. That puts him, so Australia on for 56, head on 31 off 39 deliveries, Khawaja 14 off 46, 11 extras, of course, overs 14. So there's actually 4 runs exactly and over. Angela Matthews, very big congratulations on 7,000 test runs. Third highest ahead of Jaya Surya. Quinn Ratman on 6,073. He's got the most as an opening bat, and there's a drop catch. And Channing Mills only 25 from being a 5,000 test run score, which would put him on the quick info map. Dick Weller's not out there on 7, on 2, that's on 5 with Darren Jr. Very impressive indeed. I can watch that, can't I?
Just the 6th play. You can understand if Neil.
So India none for 56. Bye bye. See it. Meza Balaho. Why am I so boring? Because it's a break between innings. Why does Australia fail in the World Cup? They basically failed because a retired player. Yeah. Okay, guys. We might stop it there. Okay. None 56. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. All the best. We'll talk tomorrow.